Nelson Mandela Bay, South Africa. In a striking incident highlighting the persistent safety crisis in South African scholar transport, Nelson Mandela Bay Metro Police have arrested a taxi driver found transporting 40 passengers, the majority of whom were schoolchildren, in a 16-seater minibus taxi just days before a separate fatal scholar transport crash in Gauteng. The driver, a 27-year-old man, was intercepted by Metro Police officers conducting routine roadblocks and safety checks in the northern areas of Nelson Mandela Bay. Police flagged the vehicle as it was overloaded with passengers, far exceeding its legal carrying capacity of 16 people. Upon attempting to evade police, nearly colliding with an officer, the vehicle was brought to a halt and the driver was taken into custody. Charges and police action. Authorities charged the driver with multiple offenses, including reckless and negligent driving, failure to comply with a lawful instruction, overloading a vehicle beyond its legal capacity. Despite the gravity of the incident, the driver was later released on warning by law enforcement officers. This dramatic bust occurred just 3 days before a horrific scholar transport crash in Park, Gauteng, where 12 schoolchildren lost their lives and several others were injured. In light of that tragedy, the Minister of Transport Barbara Creasy has issued a national call to action, urging intensified enforcement of scholar transport safety regulations across South Africa. National response and safety concerns. Minister Creasy and her deputy, Mkaleko Hlengwa, have directed traffic law enforcement agencies to adopt a zero-tolerance stance on unsafe and non-compliant scholar transport. This includes stricter monitoring of vehicle overloading, roadworthiness of scholar transport vehicles, speeding and other traffic violations. Their directive is part of a broader effort to protect learners and reduce preventable deaths on South Africa's roads, particularly in the context of scholar transport, which often operates outside formal regulations. Transport crisis, a dangerous pattern. Overloaded taxis crammed with schoolchildren are not unique to Nelson Mandela Bay. Similar incidents have occurred in the past, including one in 2019 where Metro Police stopped a Toyota Quantum taxi with 48 passengers, many of them pupils, packed inside, far above its certified capacity. These incidents underscore long-standing systemic challenges within South Africa's minibus taxi sector, from insufficient regulation and enforcement to highly pressured and often informal scholar transport arrangements. In many communities, parents have little alternative but to entrust their children to such unsafe vehicles due to limited formal transport options. Calls for broader reform. Road safety advocates and transport experts argue that law enforcement alone cannot fully address the risks faced by schoolchildren. They emphasize the need for improved legal frameworks for scholar transport, stronger vehicle inspection regimes, expanded, affordable public transport options for learners, community education campaigns on transport safety. As South Africans grapple with successive events involving scholar transport, from blatant overloading to lethal crashes, the pressure mounts on government and enforcement agencies to enact lasting reforms that prioritize safety over expedience.